And we're back for your wellness prescription in this self-care series that I'm doing for RegEdited. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, I am a video content creator, at least I'm trying to be, and I'm a sales executive by day, and 24 hours a day, I am the proud caregiver for my mom, Diane, who is a stroke survivor. So thanks again for stopping by. I wanted to give you an update in the last 6 months of how I've been doing on my fasting focused lifestyle, and thought I'd share that with you, and maybe you can see if this is something that you might want to try in the near future. So first, if you saw a past video, it was how I lost 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks. And since then, it's been 6 months, and I have continued to keep the weight off. And it's really hovering around 18 to 20 pounds that I've actually have lost since beginning my journey with losing weight. And, it's been very interesting and enlightening because I think that when I tell people how I started this diet, the first look on their face is like, really? And they're shocked, and their eyes get big, because I only eat 1 meal a day. So this is what maintains my weight, and also I can continue to lose weight. It just all depends what I eat in that meal time. I have a fasting focused lifestyle, so which it's about 22 to 24 hours a day that I fast. And I usually start in the morning with a apple cider vinegar drink. So I do a splash of apple cider vinegar in 10 ounces of water, and I add a dash or two of cayenne pepper, which has a lot of benefits in health, and also lemon. I squeeze a whole lemon in the drink, and that's what sustains me for the rest of the day. I originally started out doing the snake diet, which that's where you put electrolytes into your water, which is Himalayan salt, potassium powder, and a little bit of baking soda. So this was to sustain you throughout your day instead of just having plain water on a fast. But as time's gone on, over the months, I found that less and less I was drinking the snake juice, and I felt like I wasn't hungry. So I just wasn't hungry, for the rest of the day. And so basically I start to get hungry between 3 and 4 o'clock. And so usually my window is 2 hours. Like I said, I give myself 2-hour window to eat and even do a little extra snack like chocolate. I do love my dark chocolate. And I also like cheese, and I'm not giving that up. And I believe that you do need the fat. So if this is something you want to try, please do check with your doctor, because I'm not a doctor and I'm throwing that out there. It's something that worked for me and makes me feel good. And the energy level has increased probably by 50%. And I exercise on a daily basis. I am very disciplined about getting out to hike and do walk runs every day if I can, maybe 6 days a week. But I do add in hot yoga, so I do that 1 to 2 times a week because it's tough to get there. On the weekends is usually the only time I can do it, be around my caregiving duties. So check into hot yoga. That's a great thing as well to detoxify the body. And this is looking at 105 degrees in any given Bikram yoga room, and 40% humidity, and it is a 90-minute class. And I used to go there probably 6 days a week for about 10 years. But now that I've been taking care of my mom, I really just can't do it. So, and I think that's okay, because I probably was getting very dehydrated. I usually drink about 3 liters a day based upon the yoga as well. And it probably wasn't enough. But now, I drink probably 1 to 2 liters a day of water. And again, so I was doing the snake juice. So, you know, if you were doing the snake juice, you're doing that amount of water anyway. And it all depends on your size. So where am I at right now? My weight is hovering around 121 to 122. My lowest weight has been 119. I don't think I can sustain that. So I think it feels good around 122. If I have a big meal, you know, the night before, I've gone out and not eating from home, because most of the time I do eat from home, and I mainly eat fish or tuna and with vegetables. I do not eat, you know, a bunch of carbs. So I try to keep carbs out of it at least through the weekday. No bread, no potatoes, no rice, that kind of thing. And you know, I'm fine without it. I do love my comfort food, trust me. So on the weekends, I like to indulge, you know, and maybe eat some pizza so I can have some bread, or I do eat bread with the meal at a restaurant, because I try not to have bread in the house except for what my mom eats. And I have no desire of eating her bread because she eats wheat bread, so that's not my thing. And, you know, I keep it very low carb, high protein and high fat. And I feel great, you know, in that matter when it comes down to internal process of what I've been doing, you know, in this 6 months. So back to the snake diet, you know, I really, you know, I can't really say that I'm a true snake diet, you know, member. I'm not a member. They do have a Facebook group, and there's about 200,000 followers there. It's pretty huge. So if you want to check that out, I will put a link down to at least to the Snake Diet YouTube channel, so you can check out Cole, who is the creator of it. And just be prepared, because he's very harsh and he holds nothing back. And he starts out with his show talking about, you know, hey fatty, and that's his opening line, because he believes that the fat in your body is food, and you need to eat the food that's already in your body to get rid of the excess weight. So fasting, you know, on his end is definitely scientific. For me, it's very spiritual and emotional too. I do believe, you know, because all religions, not all, but some religions do fast in one way or another. Maybe they're doing a couple times a year, or, you know, maybe it's more than that. Some of them are eating in the evening, you know, like Muslim faith. And, you know, when the sun goes down, they can eat. And, you know, so that's basically the fasting focused lifestyle that I'm on. I'm eating at dinner time and just one time a day. And also, I have been doing dry fasts as well. So when I'm not doing the apple cider vinegar drink, I just don't drink anything at all throughout the day. And you know, dry fasting is known to help tighten up the skin, is known to fix certain health ailments that you may be having some issue with. And I've heard and I've seen other videos of other YouTubers that have done dry fast 3, 4, 5 days when they're targeting something in particular that is ailing them. So I'm a big believer that the body is amazing, and it will heal itself as far as possible that it can. And so live natural as possible. And you know, I can probably say that my goal now is, you know, where I go here from here, you know, people say don't lose any more weight because, you know, I'm getting a little slim there. No, I feel good at this weight, and I just want to maintain it and continue on for the rest of my life. So that's the goal always. And I do keep my food diary as well. And so I write down what I eat every day. And instead of doing, because I use other apps. There's apps, you know, you can use MyFitnessPal. I mean, there's a ton of apps to record what you eat on a daily basis. I started out with that, and then I really knew what my calorie intake and all that was by using those apps for months and months and months over the years. But now I've gone back to the old-fashioned way, and I write it down in my phone and use my note app, and I just keep it simple and just say, hey, what did I eat for my, because it's only one meal a day, so it's not like you're doing a ton of meals. You know, that's the other thing. People, you know, they think it's crazy just to eat one meal a day. You know, back in the old days, in the cave days and all that, they probably ate once a day, and then sometimes they didn't eat for days and days and days until they killed their next meal, right? So you're basically storing up whatever you need to eat at that moment, because you never know when your next meal will be. So breakfast, for instance, you know, we're always told throughout, you know, growing up in mankind that, you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? But what does breakfast mean? Look at the word break fast. So breakfast means break fast. You're breaking your fast. And so if you feel fine and you're not hungry, which I never am in the morning, then why wouldn't you just keep on fasting? You know, in your sleep, you're fasting. So, I mean, you already got 12 hours out of the way after dinner. Don't eat anything else till the next day. You're already going into 12 hours, you know, around, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, from what you had dinner before. So what's the big deal of going to 22 hours? Lunch for me as well. There's times I have to eat lunch. You know, I may have a client that I'm taking to lunch and have a meeting. And so I just use that. That's my one meal a day, and I'll eat lunch, and I won't have dinner. Now, it's a little tough for me. It's a little tough because my body is like clockwork now, and it likes to eat about 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock. So I do get a little bit hungry there. But what I can do and do is drink my apple cider drink, which is no calories, and you don't break your fast doing that. And that holds me over through the evening. So, and then by that time I go to bed and I'm good to go. So yes, the question is, do I cheat? Oh, absolutely, I do cheat. I will eat a piece of cheese if I really feel like, you know, it's time to eat. You know, the hormones might be going, you know, during your cycle, you know, for us women. And there's times during the month that I'm extra hungry. And so I don't beat myself up anymore, because I was thinking, oh God, I can't, you know, I can't break my fast. I'm only at, you know, 16 hours. And if I felt like I really had to have some, as long as it was under 50 calories, I would eat a piece of cheese. And that basically did it for me. I was good to go for the rest of the day until it was time, you know, to, as Cole likes to call it, refeed, and from Snake Diet. So it's worth it. Check it out. I would. I can't say I haven't taken a pill, a diet pill. I used to do that many years ago in my 20s, and that was, I thought, a dumb thing. You know, looking back at it now, what was I thinking? I don't need to take pills, which isn't natural and basically will hurt you in the long run, I think. And so I'm glad that I got off of that. And, you know, it was just a vicious cycle, and just gain the weight right back, gain the weight right back, you know, after, you know, a few weeks of getting off of these drugs. You're, you know, as I like to say, in my internal words to myself is, you're looking a little fat there. You know, this is so funny about weight loss. So when I was about 27 or 28, my great grandmother, who lived to be 95 years old, she was always a tiny, petite lady, and she dressed to the nines. She was beautiful. And she probably was about 100 pounds even, and about 5'4". And so she saw me, and she came over to visit, and she goes, ooh, you know, and they call me Gina, in the family name, Gina. You are getting fat. What's going on here? And she hits me on the butt. Well, I think I was traumatized. And at that time, I probably was 130 pounds, and where I noticed that I was gaining, you know, more weight than normal for me at that age. And ever since then, I was just destroyed. I said, I gotta get this weight off. And that's when I ended up taking those pills diet pills. And I'm telling you, it is not the thing to do. So look at how long it took me to get to this point to find out you just need to be natural and just stop eating. And here we are, and there's nothing about it that will hurt you. You're not gonna starve if you don't eat for a day. You're not gonna starve if you don't eat for 2 or 3 days. All depending on the weight that you need to get off that is in excess in your body, then that's what you need to do when it comes down to fasting. So if you need to do 15, 20 days of fasting, then do it. And if you just knock off those 30, 40 pounds, I bet you could do it. So believe in yourself, commit. The word is commitment when it comes down to changing your life path. And that's the reason why this channel is called RegEdited, because it's about re-editing your life. And most importantly, not importantly, but for me starting this channel, it was about me recording myself and basically telling myself that it's okay to be someone you really want to be and go after it with a gusto. You know, be aggressive about who you're supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with that, of self-improving. So if you have any comments, please do leave some below. I love to talk to you more about it. I'm not sure if I'm covering the things that you want to know about, but if you want to get any specific about it, I'd be glad to answer. And I'll do more videos if you like to know more about my journey on living the fasting focused lifestyle. Thanks for stopping by, and always remember, keep searching for the perfect bite and balance for being the best you. Thank you.